Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable mention to the adjudicators and the lovely audience who watch this video right now. I am Alya Yanda. I am from Senior High School 3 Singkawang, and today I will deliver today's motion, and that is this house would criminalize individuals and organizations who do not recycle. I am here as the government who agree with the motion. So one of the ways to prevent excessive waste is by recycle, and recycle is reusing item that cannot be used into items that can be used again. Many countries already applied recycle as a way of disposing waste. And as we know, the world is currently experiencing big crisis, and that is about waste. Many countries, especially Indonesia, are experiencing this crisis. One of the resources said that results from 202 regencies or cities throughout Indonesia stated that the amount of national waste stockpiles reached 21.1 million tons. Wow. And from another resources stated that data from 2021 shows that the volume of waste of Indonesia is 68.5 million tons, and in 2022 it will increase to 70 million tons. In a year it increased just 1.5 million tons. That is a large amount. And actually the biggest waste in Indonesia is food waste, and this led me to my argument. The majority of waste in Indonesia is food waste. So if you search how much Indonesia contribute to food waste, you will be shocked, because in a year Indonesia can contribute up to 40 million food waste. It's more than a half that in 2021 produced. It's 70 million, and food waste can contribute up to 40 million. More than half. 40 million tons. It could feed 60 million or up to 100 million people. Actually, more or less, without us realizing it, in a day, each person contributes around 500 grams of food waste. It is actually not a large amount if you think about it, but if every individuals, everyone in Indonesia does this, it's undeniable that Indonesia now is actually ranked 5th as the world's largest waste producer. That is a very, very sad fact for Indonesia. So, how bad is throwing food waste? Of course, you might think it's not that bad, but I will give you an example. As a personal individuals, that might cause is, for example, if you have a neighbor and your neighbor throw food waste every day the drain in the drain, and every day, what will happen? Of course it will block the drain, and it might cause a flood around the neighborhood. Of course it would be a hassle around the neighborhood. And another scenario, so if they didn't throw the food in the drain, they throw it away other else, like on the trash bin or anywhere, of course eventually it will cause a unpleasant smell around your house or around their house, and this is causing discomfort, of course, among individuals. And if this actually happens in generations, like if their kids following the steps of their parents doing this, that is, like, imagine how much damage that it actually might cause. And this is just the damages that caused by a personal individuals. What if a company does that? What if like a restaurant, big company like KFC might does that? Like, we can actually see that restaurant waste so much food due various reasons. It could be leftover food that has gone bad, or food that are already expired. And they usually throw it away to the garbage dump, right? And actually, if they piled up, because there are actually many restaurants. You can go anywhere and you find many restaurants among the streets, right? Actually, if food waste piles up and got rot, it will release a greenhouse gas emissions and cause global warming. That you thought like a small problem. You didn't think it will cause this big of damage. It will cause global warming. Just a food waste. And how to prevent it? Actually, you might ask how to prevent it. One of the way to prevent it is by recycling, of course. And I will tell you examples of how to recycling. First examples, we could make pickled vegetables from wilted vegetables. Of course many people don't like wilted vegetables because they didn't taste tasty or anything else or else. But we can actually turn them into pickled vegetables and eat them as a side dish. Or also, we could make composters from the food waste. It is very easy, and actually many houses already apply this to their house. Like many people already applied this. We just need to chop down the food waste and then put them into compost container, and for 1 or 2 days it will turn into a composter. Or in a company that ways to prevent it, maybe you could apply inventory control program, like so it could control the inventory, or zero waste policies, so it lower producing lower amount of food waste that actually usually has. So in conclusion, we can stop throwing away food waste by recycling it food waste. It helps the country and reducing waste for the country. With this big amount, like 40 million food waste, we can say that people who throw food waste is a bad people. By recycling, we can have many benefits, and one of them is reducing the need of new raw materials. By reusing used materials, we reduce natural resources extraction, and this helps protect natural habitats, reduce environment damages, and preserve biodiversity. So let's start recycle and lead Indonesia to a better place. That's all from me. Thank you.